Just think about the days when life was good to you. It will make you treasure the moments of the tough times too.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and for you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I'm sharing it now because when I was younger, I would not, it would just be like keep it in the closet, as Michael Jackson said in one of his songs, and also R. Kelly's, but you see what I'm saying. But now I want young people to know, like, do not let what you think is a handicap stop you, because the truth is, life goes on anyway. You may as well have fun. Well, the main thing is it's going. No matter where it goes, it's further than it was yesterday. And I'm of the mind that if this just touched one person, it did what it was supposed to do. To inspire. It's the idea is that you gotta feel motivated. You want to share whatever the gift you have from inside of you with other people, because actually it's for other people. It's not for you. Your gift is for others. And so I learned that a very long time ago. My mom was working with me ever since I was a very, very small child. And I started performing in public when I was 5 years old, but I was singing with her in the kitchen and, beating, like I'm playing the drums. And she taught me how to harmonize when I was a very young child. And she put me in the adult choir when I was 7 years old. We had, my sister did a couple of songs. We had the group, the original Coasters, and I did a version of Good Night, My Love, Pleasant Dreams, Sleep Tight, My Love, May tomorrow be sunny and bright.
I seen this one a lot on the internet when I was doing a little bit of research on you.
Okay.
Except I think you're doing a different pose, maybe. But I think it's the same outfit. I recognize. Well, I saw it somewhere. I don't know.
Well, as a matter of fact, I actually have one.
I don't know from where, but it was out there somewhere in the Associated Press, maybe. I don't know.
Well, I have one with a double exposure. You can see it. It's on, and they had it on the internet. So I got in a white suit, but then they got it where it's a double exposure. So I'm standing straight, and then they got me, leaning over singing, and it's like it's two pictures in one. Yeah.
Who was that? Your brother?
Oh no! This is the Robinson Connection is me and my brothers. This is the group that I was singing with on the road when I first came to New York the very first time.
Okay. Before you came at 17,
yes,
this was the one. Now,
yes,
the one here with the Glenn Jones, the youngest one. This is you here on the side.
Yes, we talking about the white outfits, right?
Yes,
yes, that's me.
Both of them here. You have BT Express and Total Soul.
And Total Soul. So Total Soul is the group I'm working with currently, and maybe you might even take some of the clips, because I have all kinds of clips of doing some of everything. If you want to slide some of those in.
Now, this is the one you said was the album cover.
Yes.
The one with you with the
with the scarf on it. Yes. As a matter of fact, they released the record, which you'll see when you come to the studio. Mm-hmm. It's called Prime Time. The best way that you can, girl, a natural star. You could be anything that you play. My career, in a sense, you heard of what we call prequels. Like, say you're at a point in your life, but then they say, let's show what happened before this happened. And that happened to me several times, because before I started singing with my brothers, remember, I was telling you, I came to New York with a gospel group when I was like 12, 13 years old. I was on the road, performing opening, shows for singers like Shirley Caesar, the Mighty Clouds of Joy, and this is all over the country, playing in Chicago, playing in Cleveland, playing just everywhere. So my oldest brother was in the Air Force, and when he got out of the Air Force, he said, "Let's form a family group." So we formed the Robinson Connection, and I actually um, gave the group the name Robinson Connection, and I wrote a song, called "Traveling on the Road to Success" for us, back when I was, when I was a kid, and we moved to New York, and after we did a tour of, like, say, from New York all going all the way down south, like going 95, we playing in Virginia and and Georgia and Florida and stuff like that. When we came back, the group disbanded. The same gentleman that took me to audition for BT Express was the same one that drove me to the Apollo to audition for Amateur Night at the Apollo. And I remember a young lady saying, "You cute, but they gonna boo you out of the stage." Well, the beautiful thing is the Apollo was literally like home to me. I think the two greatest audiences for me has been uh, at the Apollo Theater and my tours in Japan. I think I've been received better in those two places out of all the places I've been in the world. When I first started singing with my brothers, the Manhattans came to this place called the Village Sportsman's Club in Jacksonville, Florida. And at the time, the hit record was "Kiss, Let's Just Kiss and Say Goodbye." And they allowed me to get up on stage and sing with them, on that song. And then we went backstage and talked with them. And I told them, I said, "This is not gonna be the last time you see me. You will see me again." And sure enough, the next time I saw them, they had won the Grammy for Shining Star. You, honey, you are my shining star. And BT Express was the group that came on right before they came on. So I've traveled with Sister Sledge and the Shy Lights and Sky. We've Robert Winters in Fall. But believe it or not, as a soloist, I've worked on shows with even bigger people. I mean, when Jesse Jackson ran for president both times, I sang at both of those events. And the last one I did it with Roberta Flack and Bill Cosby. And you'll see me with a picture with Bill Cosby, and then but I've worked again with Millie Jackson. I've been on shows, at the Apollo with Sarah Vaughan was there. Shows with, oh my gosh. When I say to you, I just couldn't name all the artists because before then I've performed with the big gospel greats as well. So I would have to just, oh, how can I say it? I can just name so many. It's crazy. Shirley Caesar, Mighty Clouds of Joy, Swanee Quintet, Swan Silvertones. All of these people I've done shows with. Over the years, and it's just been a great time.
Doing my thing. Yes, sing. Oh, yes. That's right. Yes. Yeah. Come on
unpack those dreams that you have put in the attic of your mind and set it back there. You collect dust. No, the truth is, while you're living, do all you can. Because listen, don't wait for someone to make you happy. You make you happy, and whatever their happiness adds to your happiness. What I mean by that for me is that I love what I do, and I do it not because I'm trying to impress someone, but I'm trying to impress upon someone that it can be done and it will be done, but it won't get done if you quit. See, you can only succeed if you never quit. You've given this gift to it's a great escape where someone can hear their favorite song or see you performing and forget all about what happened last week, at least for that moment. So the more attention you get, so if people were to say, you're an attention, whatever, I'm saying, but that's what you need me to be. How often can you hear of someone being in the business as long as I have been in the business and can say I've never drank, never smoked, never did drugs, only have children from one woman who was married. You see what I'm saying? It's like, so my handicap was like my superpower because it did not stop me. As a matter of fact, it probably made me more bold because if I could see some of the things, I'd probably been too scared to jump off the stage, or if I could see, I might have been too distracted, from the pretty girls or something like that. You see, so it was never a distraction, and it was never a handicap because I was born that way. See, you can't miss something you never had.
That's what you are. Unforgettable. Though near.
Yeah, well, we found it was very easy. Actually, a good friend of mine, BJ Rubin, who has the BJ Rubin Show here in New York, very popular show at Manhattan Neighborhood Network and on YouTube, referred us to Billy. He knew I was looking for a guest, and he referred us, and they came to the studio, and we had a great night, and that's how it started. Oh, God, yeah. I mean, we left out a lot in this documentary. This documentary is 22, 23 minutes or so. Most of it is Billy speaking in interviews we did with him, as well as him performing. But Billy is great. I mean, he's highly involved with the community, with Helen Keller Services, the Lighthouse here in New York City. He spoke a lot about his family that we didn't touch on in the documentary, but we covered the photographs. And yeah, I mean, it a lot. Let's look at it this way. That is a whole new documentary. That's probably the easiest question. We had very little research to do, which is quite ironic because I love doing research. Billy came with a lot of articles and photographs that we actually show in the documentary. And I found that when I do a documentary, I like to include the articles, photos, if we can, within the documentary, and we did just that with this one, because there's no question. For example, Billy did sing in Japan, and we have flyers and posters of him doing that. And he was great when it came to those old photos. And listen, I love the old photos. I love the old tattered articles. It takes us back to a time before the digital era. A lot of the photos that we used were out of focus, and that were just you could sense the age, but it also represented an era. Well, that's a very good question too, because we don't do that in this documentary. And we definitely wanted Billy performing. So again, he came to the studio. He's an amazing performer, but we do not cut his performances for us here in our in-house studio performances up. We don't split them up. We do put visuals on top. We kind of tell stories. For example, the last song that you're going to see now, we start with his childhood, then we show images of him performing, then we end with images of him and his wife and family. But that's images. The song continues on, and people can get into the music, and it's not broken up. So that was a pretty good question, actually. We didn't want to interfere with his music because being a musician is a lot of what and who Billy is. So we wanted to keep that together.
I never told anyone. It wasn't until I went to the Apollo that people like said, "Wait a minute, he can't see good." To this day, when I go to perform, most of my audience have no idea that I'm legally blind, and I was legally blind from birth because I'm still on the floor spinning around and doing splits and moonwalking and all this kind of stuff. Like, well, how can you do that? You can't see because it has nothing to do with one another. Young people, just know this. Let the doubting Thomases be your fuel to do what it is you're trying to do. All those who say like you too short, you too fat, you too skinny, you don't sing well, you ain't pretty enough. This all of that is the reason why you should make it. Never stop, because they're gonna be busy criticizing you, and you're gonna be busy moving towards your goal.
I like it. Selling here on a cup of tea. Think about you, girl. Oh, girl. Oh, girl. Oh, girl. Mm-hmm. Girl, what you're doing to me is getting out of hand. And when you're next to me, it's more than I can stand. What will it take to make you realize that you're the one that drives me out of my mind? Words can never express the beauty that you possess. Girl, I must confess, you're a vision of heavenly nights. Don't you know, I like it. I like it. Everywhere you go, the sun will always shine. God has put you here to brighten this life of mine. There's something sensual, girl, in everything that you do. I can't imagine a day I will be loving you. You make my heart sing. I'll do most anything to make you happy, girl. I'll walk a mile in the rain. Don't you know, I like it. I like it. The way that you move me, don't you know it's so soothing? And I like it. I like it. Don't you know, baby? Don't, baby, sweet lady. Ooh, words can never express the beauty that you possess. Girl, I must confess, you're a vision of heavenliness. You make my heart sing. I'll do most anything to make you happy, girl. I'll walk a mile in the rain. Ooh, I like it. Oh, girl, the way that you move me, don't you know it's so soothing? And I like it. Come baby. I'll walk a mile in the rain. I'll do most anything. Girl, I like it. Everything about you, baby. Your hairstyle and your smile, the way you walk, the way you talk. Girl, I like it. Every little thing that you do, I like it. Don't you know, don't you know? Ooh. Don't you know, don't you know?
So we got it.